Hello, hope you're doing well. Today we're going to look at the distributive property, and we'll also kind of review combining like terms, because these two things will go together frequently. So the distributive property is something else to help us simplify an expression, find a different, it will be a shorter way to write it. We'll have less to write. So when we have something like this, you have a number, a term, it could have a variable, it could actually be another binomial like this, and we'll see that later. When you have something, let's just say a number for now, out front of something inside of parentheses, we have to figure out what we do to simplify this. Well, remember back in evaluating expressions, if two things were just next to each other like this, that just means you're multiplying them. But with this, how do we multiply? Because there's two things in there. Well, what you do is you multiply or distribute the two in to each term and multiply. So we'll have 2 times 4, because we multiply like terms, numbers, so that's 8, and we have x. But then, like I said, we have to distribute to everyone inside the parentheses. It wouldn't be fair otherwise. You don't want the 5 to feel left out. So we have 2 times 5. So that's 10. And then we would check to see if we need to combine like terms. In this example, we don't have to worry about that. X and 8x and 10, they're not like terms. They stay apart, so we're good to go. Let's look down. Ooh, kind of spinning around here. Let's look here. So up above, we had 2 terms inside the parentheses, but now we have 1, 2, 3. Well, we don't really, or that doesn't matter. The distributive property still applies. We can still take whatever's out front, but this time we have to be a little more careful because we have this negative here. So the negative goes with the 3 when we distribute. So we're going to do negative 3 times 2x. Then we're going to have negative 3 times 4. And then very last thing, way down here on the end, we have negative 3 times negative 10x. Alright, well now let's simplify this. What's negative 3 times 2? You got it, negative 6. And we have the x there also. Then negative 3 times 4, negative 12. And then I have negative 3 times negative 10. The negatives cancel, so we just have plus. 3 times 10 is 30. And our x is still there. Okay, well, this time we do have like terms. If we look here, we have something with an x, something with an x. But we know what to do with that. We just combine them. So I have negative 6 plus 30. Well, that's the same as 30 minus 6, which is just 24. And then the minus 12, there's no like term to 12, so that's it. We just rewrite it. Again, we've distributed, multiplied this negative 3 in to each term, and then this time we did combine like terms and got our answer. Let's see one more here. Alright, so now we have 2 places we have to distribute. We have this first thing there, this one here, and then we have our second place we have to distribute here on the end. Alright, well all we have to do is tackle one piece at a time. So on this one, we distribute the 2 into the x, so I have 2 times x plus 2, because I'm going to distribute 2 again, to 1. And we do not distribute this 2 to anything else. We only distribute it to what is inside our parenthesis here, just the x and the 1. So now we move on. We have a 5 that we have to distribute. So we do 5 times 7 plus 5 which gets distributed to the negative 3x. Okay. So we're done distributing. We've sent everything that was out front inside the parentheses and multiplied. So now let's actually simplify our multiplication. 2 times x, well, that's just 2x. 2 times 1 is 2. 5 times 7, 35. And then 5 times negative 3. Well, positive times a negative is a negative. 5 times 3 is 15. And then we have x. So we're not done. What do we have to do here? Well, you got it. We have to combine like terms. We have an x here, and actually, let's do the trick we did in the combining like terms video. We have an x here, have an x back here, and we're careful to include the negative in that, because I need the sign, because I have 2 minus 15. So that's negative 13, x of course, because that was there. And then we have like terms with the constants. So you have 2 plus 35, well that's 37. And now we're done. So we have to make sure we do distribute to everything inside. Sometimes people will forget. They'll just distribute this 2 to whatever the first thing is and leave the 1 out. And then the 1's not happy, and that's not good. We don't want to make our numbers unhappy here. So we have to make sure we distribute to everything inside the parentheses. And then when we're done, we should check. Do we have to combine it like terms? I want to figure out the shortest way to write this. And if we can combine like terms, we will. And we do here. And that's it. Alright, thanks for watching.